Buzzer Radio. How do? This is your local farmer and Buzzer Radio country correspondent, Fred Flock. Welcome once again to my country capers. Now, I got a bit of a problem on my hands. It has been brought to my attention that there are strange things going on in my woodland. It's even been said that some folks have taken up residence there. Naturally, I need to root out trespassers. At this very moment, I'm on my way to see my neighbour, Henry Heifer, for he has all the heads up on what's going on. He's a good old boy, is Henry. Our cooperation with one another is second to none. We've got each other out of some scrapes, I can tell you. There he is. How do, Henry?
All right, Fred.
What's been going on then, Henry?
Well, jump up on this here trailer and I'll tell him.
Right. Ain't as young as I used to be, Henry.
No, nor I.
Spill the beans then, my old mucker.
Well, it appears whatever's happening's going on at night.
All right.
Of course, you know what some country folk are like. They're even suggesting it could be witchcraft.
Oh, crumbs.
Might I suggest you take a look at that old run-down cottage in the middle of the wood?
Crikey. Do you know I'd almost forgotten that existed?
Ah, I don't know why you ain't had that knocked out, my new friend.
Right. I shall go and have a recce tonight. Fancy coming with me, Henry?
Ah, righto. Do you know, I've always found owls just a little bit spooky.
Ah, I know what you mean, Henry. I appreciate your support tonight, Henry.
Ah, you're welcome, Fred. Oh, by the way, I took the liberty of telling my missus that if she hasn't heard from us by 6 o'clock in the morning, to call the cops.
Oh, you think we're in danger then, Henry?
Well, you can't be too careful. We don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Cool, lummy, what was that?
Did you see that?
I didn't see nothing. What was it?
Wow. I don't like the sound, really. It looked like a broomstick. I told you I didn't like to say. Well, what about that then?
I'm speechless, Henry.
What was that?
I trod on a twig, Henry, I think.
What's that like?
Oh, it's coming from the cottage.
Perhaps we should just let the police deal with this, Fred.
It's my land, Henry. I'm surprised at you.
Ah, well, here we are.
Right. Let's see who's in, shall we?
Ah, hello, my dears. I've been expecting you.
You're trespassing on my land.
Oh, tut-tuts, Fred Flock. This land belongs to nobody.
I can prove it. I've got the deed.
Oh, phooey. Man can't claim rights to anything on this planet just because he's the dominant species.
Now, look
anyway,
here.
Come on in and make yourselves comfortable. Please be seated.
I want you off my land.
Now, what's with all this aggression? We're here to help you, not harm you. As we're here, Fred, we might as well see what's going on. That's very sensible of you, Henry. How do you know our names? Are you witches? Oh, yes.
There ain't no such thing as witches.
I'm afraid there is.
What a load of rubbish.
Think back to your history lessons in school.
Oh, now really,
From the 15th to the 18th century, we were hunted, tried, and executed. Some poor souls were even burnt at the stake. That's right, you know, Fred. And there were many who were wrongly accused in the first place.
Wow. If some of you were for real, you deserved it, didn't
Such
you?
barbaric practices. Thank goodness your country had the sense to abolish them all. Well, weren't some of the things the witches got up to horrific? Very badly misunderstood. Of course, there are bad apples in every walk of life.
Oh, that's right. Ain't there a difference between black and white witches?
No, Fred. Colour has nothing to do with it. That is a myth caused by ignorance. So which is magic? Is that a myth and all, then? You call it magic. We call it science and technology.
So, this cottage, it looks brand new. This is due to your technology?
Absolutely. Well, I got to admit, it is fascinating. How do your broomsticks work? Oh, then? Well, there are some things we are not prepared to divulge.
Oh, does that mean there are some things you're prepared to tell us?
Well, that's brought us nicely to the reason we are here. Oh, we're all ears. Back in the 18th century, you began your Industrial Revolution.
Ah, that's right.
Well, that was the beginning of the problems you have today.
Oh, I can buy that, all right.
Well, we feel somewhat responsible for that.
Why, what for?
We could have revealed some of our knowledge, but in revenge, we kept it to ourselves.
You're talking as if you still exist from way back then.
We do.
Oh, no, come on.
Did you really think by chopping our heads off we were finished? Well, of course you were. Our technology is that advanced that we can live in a different space and time.
So, are you past witches or present witches?
That really makes no difference.
Oh, no, this is getting silly again.
We can all travel where we wish.
I think you're stalling for time and this is all a load of...
Now, just wait a minute,
you
Fred.
ain't fallen for all this, have you?
No, hang on, Fred. There's light in here, and it's warm.
So?
Well, how on earth have they done that? Oh, now that is something we are prepared to show you.
Ah, this'll be interesting.
You will see there is no cleaner way of producing energy anywhere.
Come on, then. Convince me.
Come with me. Mind your head.
Oh, that hurt.
I'm afraid we've got to go upstairs. Be careful. Oh, look, Fred, this must have been the bathroom. You will observe there in the corner is an upright spinning wheel with paddles on it. You will also see that this is fixed above a very wide tube which runs down the side of the cottage. The tube is full of water. You may not be able to see, but there is a large ball just underneath the surface of the water. As the wheel spins, each paddle in turn pushes the ball downwards. I can't quite remember how many paddles are around the wheel, so here is the wheel turn. Well, as each paddle in turn pushes the ball down, it is designed to slide off the ball and carry on round. This allows the ball to start coming back up to the surface. This in turn activates a mechanism to spin the wheel, which brings the next paddle round to push the ball back down. So you see, the ball never actually gets back up to the surface.
My goodness, perpetual motion, and they said it couldn't be done. Wow, I think you've convinced me.
All right, so what's it used for? Electricity. So this gadget could have been used instead of water mills.
Ah, which would have meant factories wouldn't have had to be by a river.
Oh yes, they could have had electricity back then and put pay to that nasty snow. And of course you could make this contraption as large or small as you like. Okay, now you've seen it. Let's go back downstairs. Please be seated. So why can't you just go back in time, show these things to them and make your peace? We still would be executed because they'd see it as witchcraft. The world and its people now have a massive problem on its hands, and we need you to be our ambassadors before we can help. And it's in our own interest to save the planet.
What, you'll be all right here now, won't you? Now they've abolished the death penalty.
Well, you see, now there lies the problem. The law still states that if you are found to be performing witchcraft, you will be executed.
Really?
I'm afraid so. So you see, we can't take the risk. We need the law to be abolished. Well, what can we do about it? Talk to your government.
Oh, that's easier said than done.
It is the only way we will be willing to help.
Well, surely your your technology will keep you safe.
Yes, but how can we help if it all turns nasty? No, I'm afraid we need you to do this thing for us before we commit ourselves. Well, please think about it. Thank you for your time. I will now show you out.
Well, suppose I was to alert the police now.
You are still trespassing. Oh, they'd never find us. Well, why is that then? All we'd need to do is go forward 1 second in time or back 1 second in time. They would never see us. But we'd still be here.
Well...
I can see you need convincing. Will you please step outside? Please do go to your government.
Flipping heck. Where's it all gone?
The cottage is still there like it used to be.
Let's get out of here.
Are we going to do something about it, Fred?
They'll never believe us, Henry.
Well, it's a heck of a responsibility, I know that.
I think we're going to have to sleep on it.